and welcome back to the often imitated but never duplicated What's Happening at Wabash High School this week. Hey, I want to start this week by congratulating the boys cross country team who placed third at sectionals as a team and is going to be moving on to regionals next week. Outstanding achievement. Also, congratulations go out to our Lady Apache runners, Callison Kugler and Ivy Beamer, who will be advancing to regionals as individuals. And finally, hey, a huge congratulations goes out to the boys soccer team who defeated Blackhawk Christian on Saturday to win the school's first ever boys soccer sectional championship. So they are going to be playing in the semifinal round of regionals this Thursday here at beautiful Alumni Field here at Wabash. So if you have not come out to a soccer match, now is the time to do it. We're going to be taking on Carroll of Flora, who defeated us a little earlier in the year. But hey, you know what? Make plans to come out, come and support these guys. I'm telling you, it's one of the best evenings you'll ever spend. So let's cheer on the team to all of these teams to regional victories. Okay, now let's get to the meat of the subject here this week. First grading period is now in the books, and the school year is a quarter of the way completed. So if you need to prepare your home for the news of the first 9 weeks, you might want to do that fast because grade cards are going to be going home relatively soon this week, possibly even as early as Tuesday, early Wednesday. So as the new grading period starts, I want to remind you to be vigilant and to keep working hard, okay? Hey, high school can be difficult at times. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, junior, sophomore, senior, doesn't matter what grade you're in. High school can be difficult. There are going to be tons of things thrown at you. You may have relationship problems with friends or others, distractions in the form of extracurricular activities or convocations. You may even be facing some issues at home that make you feel like everything you do is wrong. Whatever your feelings, whatever the challenge, don't give in to the emotionality of being overwhelmed, okay? That is the worst thing that you can do. Now, how do we not do that? How do we not give in to that emotionality? Well, it's tough, okay? It's tough. But I want to walk you through a little scenario here. Let's go back. Let's look at a fantastic I'm going to use something here for you. Let's go back and let's look at a fantastic Matt Damon movie. Okay, if you have not watched this movie, you need to. You're not going to be disappointed. Came out about 5 years ago, and it's called The Martian. It's a fantastic movie, especially if you're into science. Okay, again, if you haven't seen it, take the time, check it out. You're not going to be disappointed. It's called The Martian, about 5 years ago. At the end of this film, the main character is discussing to a group of students. He's like a teacher. He's discussing to a group of students in a class how he survived being a castaway on Mars. Okay, the movie is about him on a mission to Mars. He gets left behind and he has to survive until help comes. So he's explaining to these students this, and it's a very simple process that he refers to as working the problem. Okay, for 2 hours, Matt Damon continually presented with problems. Now I know this is a movie and I know it's fun, but incidentally, this movie is also known for the reality of the science in it. He's continually presented with problems that must be solved for him to survive and return to Earth. All right, and the first time I watched this movie, I was struck by it, and each time I watch it, I learn something new. And really, this premise of working the problem made me realize that whether you're an astronaut, a stranded astronaut, whether you're trying to survive high school, or even one of your teachers overcoming obstacles in and out of the classroom, working the problem is essential, okay? You work the problem, and when one problem is solved, you move on to the next one and work that problem and then move on to the next one and so forth. And when you get enough of the problem solved, you'll find success. Okay? Now, remember, emotional reactions only cloud your problem solving capabilities. So make sure that no matter what, you keep a level head and you work the problem. All right. Now, I understand it's a simple concept, difficult to execute, easy to say, but when properly done, the rewards can be many. All right. Now, let's look at another example of this, something a little closer to home. All right. Um, right before COVID hit, we had our last Hall of Distinction induction ceremony. Now, some of you may have seen this. You guys walk by the Hall of Distinction every day. It's in the middle school lobby and one of the showcases there. And the Wabash City Schools Hall of Distinction is where we recognize alumni who have gone on to make a difference for people in our community, our nation, our state, or even the world. Okay. And we recognized and inducted 6 former graduates into the Hall of Distinction. And they were Woodward Baldus, who is the CEO of Terex, which is the 3rd largest equipment manufacturer in the U.S. Now remember, all of these are Wabash High School graduates, okay? So first one was Woodward Baldus, CEO of Terex, 3rd largest heavy equipment manufacturer in the U.S. Parker Beecham, who lives here in town. He's a community advocate and activist. Ed Gribben, all right? NASA scientist. This is a Wabash High School graduate, went on, worked for NASA. He was a rocket scientist. He is responsible for the development of the engines in the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs, those early space exploration programs. And of course, the Apollo program, which went on to put a man on the moon. He is credited, a Wabash High School graduate is credited with creating what's called the LEM rocket. LEM stands for Lunar Escape Module. This is the rocket that powered the lunar module on the moon that allowed the astronauts to return home. Okay, and then he also helped develop the United States Air Force Minuteman missile program. Patricia O'Connor, local advocate, founder of the Child Abuse Council, Wabash County Special Olympics. She was a local politician, been on many community boards. Ian Stallings, internationally known interior designer and spearhead of the LaGrow, Indiana Restoration campaign. And then Robert Van Landingham, teacher, administrator, mayor of Wabash for 12 years, responsible for the beginning of the downtown revival. All of these people are graduates of Wabash High School, the very same school that you attend. They walked these very same halls that you are walking day in and day out. They were in your place, okay? And they all achieved amazing things that have impacted thousands of people at the local, state, national, and world levels. So I ask you, why can't you be one of them? Seriously, why can't you be one of these people? And you know what? Simple answer is, you can. There's no reason why you can't. These people who went on to make impacts in this world, impact people in the world, were no different than you when they were walking these hallways. Okay? So you can do this. You need to believe in your abilities. Don't give up on your work. And most of all, whatever you do, make sure you work the problems. You do that. You do those things. And who knows? Maybe one day we're going to be recognizing you into the Hall of Distinction. You know, maybe not for putting a man on the moon, but hey, maybe for putting a man on Mars. All right, enough of that. As we move into this week, let's take a look at things ahead, okay? Monday of this week, absolutely no distractions at all, okay? Monday, IUK classes, that's it. We got no distractions during the day. Tuesday, 9 weeks grades are due. Teachers have to turn the 9-week grades in on Tuesday, 8 a.m. So like I said, if you've got bad news that home needs to be notified of, you're going to want to do that pretty quick because those grades are going to be going out and home's going to be notified of them real fast. Also on Tuesday, during lunch and advisory, we are going to have our club fair. It's a little late this year. COVID has kind of put a little nix into it. Normally we have this last month, but this year we're going to have our club fair this Tuesday, and we're going to have tables set up. You can go around, see what clubs, organizations we have to offer, and then sign up to get joined with those and get moving on those things. 4 p.m. high school cheer is going to be practicing over in the gymnasium. Looks like we've got girls volleyball sectional round one. Girls volleyball is going to be played at Bluffton this year. Sectional round one is going to be on Tuesday, and so that draw is actually going to be today, 6 p.m. I think tonight. Or wait a minute, maybe it's already been drawn. I think it's today. It's already been drawn. I'm sorry. It's football. Football draws today. So we've got girls 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday, IU classes Wednesday. Now, everybody pay attention to this because Wednesday is a big day, okay? Wednesday, PSAT, SAT school day. Everybody, doesn't matter who you are, whether you're in person, online, out, whatever, everybody has to come to school that day, okay? So all of you online people that are watching this, you need to be at school that day. You need to contact your guidance counselor, get the times. But everybody's going to be testing that day. Freshmen, sophomores, you guys are going to be knocking out the PSAT. Juniors, seniors, you're going to be working on the SAT. Okay, make sure. What is this? Excuse me. SAT is only going to be seniors this time around. I'm sorry. So juniors, sophomores, freshmen, you'll be doing the SAT. Seniors or PSAT, seniors are going to be doing the SAT. Seniors, you need to be here. Now listen to this. You need to be here at 7:30 a.m. Okay, no later than. Anything later than that, and you're going to miss out on taking the test. All right, so there'll be information coming to you earlier this week from your counselors. Thursday, during lunch and advisory, jazz band's going to meet. There'll be a St. Francis University virtual college visit. So if you're interested in St. Francis, get a hold of your counselor. And then, like as I said earlier, we got boys soccer regional semifinals versus Carroll LaFleur here at Wabash, and girls volleyball round two. And then Friday, 11 a.m., Jostens orders are due. Freshmen, seniors, Jostens met with you last week. Those orders are going to be due at 11 a.m. Book club's going to meet during lunch and advisory. We got our Apache Way recognition, and then varsity football on the road at Whitco. Saturday, a couple things going on Saturday here. We got Chili for Charity. Don't forget Chili for Charity down at Paradise Spring. Great time there. 10:30, we're going to have co-ed varsity cross-country regionals. That'll be over in Marion at the Indiana Wesleyan University cross-country course. 11 a.m. girls volleyball sectional round 3 is going to be going on there. And then 2 p.m. boys soccer regional final, and that will be at Taylor. So we want to make sure we advance onto that. Other than that, the only other thing to know, I will not be sending you out a meeting notice or a meeting video, whatever we want to call these things that I'm doing for you. I won't have one next week because October 18th to the 22nd is fall break. Now, there still are some things going on fall break. The 18th, boys C team football is going to happen. We got a school board meeting the night of the 18th. On the 22nd, boys varsity football sectional round 1 is going to occur. And then on the following Saturday, that would be co-ed varsity cross-country semi-state and varsity volleyball regional, should we advance onto those. So with that said, hey, Wabash, let's have a great week.